Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of news, information, tips, and tricks, and just what's going on in the PokeMMO community. How are we doing today, fellas? Let's go ahead and start things off with letting you guys know that staff recruitment is back open. The PokeMMO staff are actually recruiting once again. So if you want to be involved in the game, if you have a good track record and good history with like being helpful in global chat or being a helpful player or just being kind to others in game, you could apply to be a community manager or maybe involve yourself in some other way or just kind of step up the ladder in some way. So you actually can be involved in the PokeMMO staff space if you want to be. This is over on the forums. Make sure to go check that out. And speaking of the forums, there's some more information over there. And one of the most important things to keep track of as an Iron Man account is upcoming catch events. And there are always multiple catch events every single week. At least like 3 to 4 catch events a week, which is awesome. If you don't know, I really recommend catch events to pretty much all types of players. Now, if you're an end game player and you're super set on a goal, you don't really need to take a break from that to go do a catch event unless you want to. It's a good break of monotony if you kind of need that break of acclimation. But let's run through them. If you're a beginner player, intermediate player, catch events are amazing. It's a way for you to make profit while also having a chance at an overarching prize, aka an overarching shiny Pokemon and some free RP. So here we have a all shiny prizes as well. We have an event on the 18th of May, a Noctowl / Hoothoot catch event. We can catch Ninetales, Bronzong, and Noctowl in the wild. All the extra details will be on the forums for these. This is over at Abundant Shrine in Unova. On May 18th, the prize is a shiny Hoothoot. All right, next up is Nose Pass. On the 19th of May, there's a Nose Pass catch event at Granite Cave in Hoenn. This is at 2 p.m. ET. This other one is at also 2 p.m. ET. So 2 p.m. ET for both of these. Beautiful for me, honestly. Really lucky for me. Got to make sure I get my storylines done so I can actually do these. That's the more difficult part. Hoenn catch event, Nose Pass, Sableye, Aaron, Geodude, Zubat, some nature bonuses. I'm not going to cover all the details. I have videos on my channel. If you don't know how catch events work, I have catch events explained and then multiple other catch events explaining, or multiple other videos explaining catch events on my channel. Check those out if you're interested in more details. Shiny Nose Pass, a pretty darn good reward, a pretty undershunted shiny and a very good one at that, very underrated. Check that out on May the 19th. And then one of the coolest catch events you'll see, one of the craziest, luckiest prizes, the May 21st. Aw shucks, here we go again. Banger art here. This is going to be at 4 p.m. ET on the 21st of May. Shuckle, Miltank, Sunkern, Teddiursa in the Hoenn Safari Zone. This has a shiny Shuckle prize. Now, shiny Shuckle is like, it's kind of a rare shiny. It's kind of not, it's like on the line. I would consider it a rare, but it's not quite as rare as like a Charmander per se, but it's a tough one. Shuckle is pretty darn rare. It's definitely more rare than a ×5, more rare than a single encounter, it's more rare than a lot of other types of shinies. Might be a lot of people's only chance to get a shiny this rare. I really recommend doing these kinds of catch events. Yeah, this is a really good one. Much rarer than Hoothoot and even much rarer than Nose Pass. Very rare shiny. Some really cool catch events, 3 shiny prizes coming up this next week. Make sure to check those out. And then also, just so much news, man. Also, the PokeForce servers, the demo shuts down today. Today's the final day, if I recall correctly. They're doing screenshots. They're doing screenshots for them. Coming up at 2 p.m. today. I would like to be there. Hopefully that'll probably be a big part of the stream recap, is me hanging out on PokeForce and being there for the final moments issue. I don't know if the server is shutting down after the screenshots or if it'll shut down a bit later and we're just getting final screenshots of the server. And this is the final PokeForce event where they're doing a limited vanity, which is a really big deal. So this is the last PokeForce demo we'll probably see in a while, and it's also probably the last vanity I think we'll see in a long time. So kind of a chapter ending in PokeForce, which is, beautiful. Hopefully it helps them work on the actual development of the game and getting it closer to that full release, which is what a ton of people care about. So yeah, exciting stuff today. Let's go ahead and get into the stream recap. I have a lot of stuff to do on the Iron Man today. If you want to see the Iron Man progress all recapped, make sure to check out this Sunday. I'll be uploading the very first Iron Man progress video, which I've been working all week on. I've already put over 20 hours into this account, and that's only in 2 days. So I've been playing 10 hours a day on this account, really trying to get a ton of progress done and get some exciting content out there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys with any questions, FAQ stuff, and any more PokeMMO news. Why are Unity Capes like 50 mil? What the fuck? The Unity Cape is one of the most interesting vanities, in my opinion, to talk about in PokeMMO, because it is the definition of a good vanity investment. Vanity investments, if you don't know, are usually a really high risk, high reward. A lot of times, especially like RP vanities like this, just go down in price. Look at like the werewolf mask, for example. A lot of people, oh my god, they have gone down even more. A lot of people thought that these were going to be like really good investments, myself included. Everybody thought that like they'd have a really strong market value and market drive, good demand. Look at these, were 4 mil when these came out, right? And now they're down to like a mil. They've just only gone down. Unity Capes were also 4 mil at release. They cost the same in RP as the wolf masks did. However, the Unity Capes were ignored. That's the big kicker. The Unity Capes came out during the Lunar New Year event, the same event when they released Shaman. And Shaman was the first ever permanently ownable mythical / legendary Pokemon. It's crazy that, yeah, they just keep going up. When it was like, oh, they went from 4 mil to 30 mil, that was crazy. Now they're like 55 mil, and the green one is like 80 mil. Yeah, these are, is that a glitch for it to not, okay, they're now loaded. These are crazy. It's one of the craziest, like, if you bought like 10 of, I always do the math of, I've done that before, but it's really interesting. If you bought like 10 of those, right, for like 40 mil, so 40 mil, if you bought 10 of them, right? If you bought 10 on the, oh, let's assume the greatest possibility. If you bought 10 green ones for 4 mil Pokeyen, that's 40 mil. If you sold them now, you would have turned 40 mil into 750 mil and quite literally have been set for life in PokeMMO. That's how crazy. I preach investments over and over and over and over and over again. Now, that is a high risk, high reward investment. I don't recommend that to beginners. That is risky stuff. That is risky business. I recommend sealed product, and only do it. I have tons of videos discussing this, but for those who've never heard it before, if you want to invest in PokeMMO, if you plan on playing PokeMMO for over 2 years, 2 to 4 years, a long time, right? If you plan on doing that, what I recommend doing is play the game until there is an event season, okay? Play until there's an event, a Halloween event, a Christmas event, a Lunar New Year event, and then during that event, try to buy up as much of some sort of sealed product, whether it is lucky red envelopes, whether it is pumpkin goodie bags you actually saw there. For example, I bought a bunch of lucky reds this past Lunar New Year event when they were 40 to 45k a piece. Now they're 70 to 70, 4k a piece. Mysterious balls. I recently bought Mysterious Great Ball 2023s when these shot down. Oh my god, they're 100k. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. These shot down to 40k a piece during the previous event season. They spiked down. People forgot about them. I bought them. I was like, that's an insane spike down. People are panic selling. I'm going to jump on that. I bought them up. I bought them for 42k a piece. Now they're 105k a piece. And I probably bought like 400 of them. Like that's... Whew. Like, its investments are insane. Sealed product is safe, steady, and consistent as long as you buy at the right time. Nothing's guaranteed in an investment or market. You have to just make smart decisions. Oh my god! Someone in chat just said this and I almost didn't believe them. Mysterious Premier Balls are 1.7... Dude, wow. I remember when these spiked to like 800k. And that was like, oh my god, so expensive. Holy shit. Wow. This is by far the most expensive Mysterious Ball for those who don't know. There's so few of them in the game. They were so... Wow. I have one of these on my main account. This is, for those who don't know, why is it so high? Yes. These give you an alpha Pokemon each time. So this is actually the fastest way to get a Shalfa in PokeMMO by far. It costs okay. The math is Shalfa hunting already costs a disgusting amount of money. You could get a Shalfa in these. You can pop like 1,200 balls per hour. Let's just run the math right now, actually. It's interesting. So first you would do 4,000 minus 400 because that's 10% from donor status, and then minus another 360 for the extra 10% from Shiny Charm. So you can get your shiny rate for an alpha. I have 58 of them. Xanarchy, you're swimming in it, dude. Jesus. You can get your shiny rate for a Shalfa, one of the most insane shiny Pokemon, down to 1 out of 3,240, right? Which is insane. Now, you'd have to open that many of these. Now, before I calc this number, okay. Let's first do divided by, it's like 3 hours. You can get a Shalfa. You can pop like 1,200 an hour. Let's just do that. So you can literally get a Shalfa within 3 hours, which is insane. However, it's going to cost you a lot of money, right? So let's do 1.7 million times 3,240 of them. 5 billion Pokeyen. This would cost you 5.5 billion. However, keep in mind, to egg breed for a Shalfa, it would cost you 1 to 2 billion and take you 1 to 2,000 hours, right? So you're essentially paying four times the price, like three to 5 times the price, 3 to 5 times the price to save 2,000 hours. Paying for time save, yeah. And also it's true, but also sadly, this is why a big reason I started the Iron Man account, obviously, you can just credit card swipe and buy those Premier Balls. Now there's so few Premier Balls on the market. Like the meme is like, oh, if you actually wanted to buy 3,000, that is a good counter argument to my problem with it, which is important to critique your own, positions. I don't like mysterious balls. They feel like they allow you to buy a shiny. The problem is there's only what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. We can count 19, 20. There's 21 mysterious Premier Balls in the entire market. 21, right? So even if you wanted to buy 3,000, it would, I don't know if you could. I don't know if there's enough in the game, in the whole game that exists. Like which is really interesting. And it's a good, important thing to factor in. And I don't like that it's still possible, but it's still, it makes it more pragmatically difficult because the quantity is so low, which is very, very relevant. Yo, congrats to Jesse, dude. Lay Jesse just got himself, this is brand new. Or did you read it down for IVs? He just got himself a shiny Zoroark. I don't know if you bred it down or if you've had it or you just got it. I'm assuming you got it recently. He wanted to link it to me. This is insane. Shiny Zoroark. This is today's date. I don't know if you just bred it down. You probably just got it very recently and you just bred it immediately. Got it on the 9th of May. Yeah, dude, that's so recent. One of the most beloved shinies. I also am a hard Zoroark preferer. Most people prefer the blue Zoroark. I'm a Zoroark fan if you're going to go. So I respect that. Dude, that's an amazing shiny people spend thousands of hours going for. Congratulations. One of the most unique shunts in game, which requires you to use a reactive gas wheezing to see if the Zoroark is illusioned in ×3 hordes. It's a crazy hunt, man. Congrats. Yeah, so we're talking about I stupidly and accidentally misclicked and taught over. I had Poison Jab here, and I really would prefer Poison Jab over like Ice Beam or a lot of these other moves to have Stab. I'm missing a Stab move now on Nidoking because I accidentally learned over. I misclicked, right? And I can't even, because I'm on an Iron Man account, I can't even buy heart scales to relearn the move. I can't go thief heart scales. I don't have access to a location in game with that. Someone in chat mentioned maybe you could go to Island 2 and use the mushroom guy to bring him back. Funnily enough, they actually removed him from the game. It's one of the more interesting parts of the PokeMMO economy in the past that changed the price of heart scales forever. I want to say 2 years ago, I always talked about how it was usually better to use mushrooms instead of heart scales to relearn. Oh, sorry, my mic's having problems. I'll fix it in a quick sec. It was cheaper to use mushrooms to relearn moves. But at some point, they ended up getting rid of it because mushrooms and heart scales were both so cheap. Heart scales were like 2k Pokeyen, and mushrooms were like, they were both really cheap. So they ended up just getting rid of mushrooms, and it made heart scales go up to like 8k a piece and actually have a market. So it made it like worthwhile for people to farm heart scales, and use heart scales was better for the market and better for the economy. It was a sad change to see the mushroom guy go. Alrighty, we are on PokeForce for the next 10 minutes or so as these servers are actually going down today for this demo. This is probably the final demo that we'll see in a while, most likely, so it's good to appreciate it. It was a beautiful time. We learned a ton about the game. I called this demo a beautiful and a chaotic mess, and they fixed so much. The big thing about this demo was there was a ton of bugs, there was a ton of problems, and it hurt the average player's experience while playing the demo. However, that's what demos are all about. That's the point. It was a play test, right? And they got so much value out of this demo, and it's like, that's so cool to see. So I'm just really excited for that. I'm really excited to see PokeForce one day release. If you happen to not know, I have a whole playlist and tons of videos covering PokeForce on my channel, but PokeForce is an upcoming Pokemon MMO that really relates to, it's kind of like PokeMMO plus Stardew Valley plus old school RuneScape all combined. It's meant to be a much comfier, much more like progressive game where they want to do a lot more crazy things. They want to do a lot more experimental stuff. It's more experimental game as opposed to PokeMMO, which is much more traditional. So some people might hard prefer that. So I'm curious to see how it is when it releases. I've been really excited. Nice shiny Sandslash. I've been really excited for PokeForce, and this demo was definitely a successful one in my book. Even though it had a lot of issues, it solved a lot of problems as well. All right, I have the world clock up. The screenshot should take place in about 10 seconds or so, 7 seconds. Apparently, I can only see 64 players at a time, so there's actually way more people here. And bam, the screenshot should have just happened if it did it at exact times, but if you made it here over to Azalea Town, you're now immortalized in this little demo and this little piece of PokeForce history and Pokemon MMO history. I always regret not being in screenshots like this and not being in those moments, so it's cool to finally be here, and it's a beautiful time. So just shout out to PokeForce, shout out to the devs for being so involved in the Pokemon MMO community, always talking, discussing, being so communicative, and I'm just really excited to see what they do. Now, this game is not anywhere close to full release from my understanding, so we're gonna have to wait a while, but I'm excited. I'm excited for what will come from PokeForce. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there, boys. Hopefully the stream recap was fun for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video as always if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not, that's totally, I want your real opinion on it every single day. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. It's super helpful and super fun, and hopefully you enjoy the content every single day. Join the Discord down below for a really cool community that loves PokeMMO. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, the best way to do so this month by far is HelloFresh. Okay, HelloFresh subs, especially when groceries are pretty expensive right now, I think the discount on that first HelloFresh sub is super worth it. If you want to stop after that, I totally understand. But with that first discount, that initial first sub discount with my link in the description, it's really hard to go wrong trying it out. You'll get sent ingredients at the same price, if not cheaper than the grocery store. It ends up being a really good price per serving. Go check out all the details in the link in the description. It's really good food, some of the best meals I've ever made personally. And for every single HelloFresh sub, it supports me tremendously, number one. You get awesome food. There's 2 wins. And the third win is I also give back to the community, and it helps out the community when you guys HelloFresh sub. So every single HelloFresh sub adds an hour to the streamathon on most likely May 31st. I'm going to go ahead and add that. May 31st. And then plus 10 mysterious Pokeballs will also be opened during that stream for an increased shiny chance. And I'll be giving away a ton of prize box Pokemon, 1 per HelloFresh sub, as well as every extra hour added to the streamathon, I'll be doing a shuntathon that day. So extra hours added not only adds more prize box Pokemon given away like by default, it also gives people the chance to earn more prize box Pokemon, which are free Pokemon that I give away on my main account just for fun per shinies gotten. If we get up to like 10 HelloFresh subs or 20, 50, etc., there are other rewards as well. But that's it for me. Check out HelloFresh. It really supports me. Thank you for watching. Enjoy PokeMMO and good luck in your randoms PvP games today, fellas. Yo, Patrouski here, and I wanted to thank you personally for watching the video until the very end. I really, really appreciate that. And if your name is on this list, thank you to the moon and back, because you allow me to even make these videos by supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.